Turning now to a NewsNation exclusive, the Minnesota welfare fraud scandal that has torpedoed Governor Tim Walz's re-election campaign may not be the only one making headlines this week. A small community in Maine is calling for accountability tonight after they say money for mass shooting victims instead went to Somali-linked nonprofits. You'll likely recall that in October 2023, 18 people were killed in Lewiston, Maine, when a U.S. Army reservist opened fire at a bowling alley and a bar and grill. In the wake of the shooting, a local nonprofit created a fund promising that 100% of the money would go to the victims. Generous donors gave millions of dollars, but a large chunk of that money did not go to victims. That's part of the outrage. Where it ended up is the other part. NewsNation investigative correspondent Rich McHugh has been digging into this story and joins us live from Lewiston, Maine. Rich, what did you find?
Well, it's disturbing, Elizabeth. You know, we're here in Lewiston, Maine, which experienced one of the worst mass shootings in our country's history. And in the wake of that, our country rallied behind this community and raised millions for the survivors and victims' families. Now, those families are crying foul because they say a large chunk of that money, nearly 30% of it, went not to them, but to 29 different nonprofits. And these families are demanding answers.
It's just terrifying. You can't even describe it.
Jennifer Zenka had been shot twice and didn't know if she'd make it.
As a nurse, my instinct just grabbed my arm and held it as tight as I could to keep myself from bleeding out.
18 were killed that day in Maine's deadliest mass shooting. The victims ranging in age from 14 to 76.
My nephew was killed in the shooting. He was my sister's only son, a middle child. He was the man of the family since he was 14 years old.
Amy Sussman's nephew, Max Hathaway, was a married dad of two with one on the way.
On that day, he had just received his college diploma in the mail, and he went out to Schmenge's to have dinner to celebrate receiving that diploma.
In the wake of the shooting, a local nonprofit, the Maine Community Foundation, established the Lewiston-Auburn Area Response Fund.
We all met in an auditorium in the school, and they told us that night that 100% of the funds would go to the victims. And then I received the email, too, to say that.
That email from the Maine Community Foundation says it is, quote, to help ensure survivors and victims know that 100% of all donations go to victims, survivors of this tragic event.
They kept telling me, if you have anyone who wants to give to this because it's 100% for the survivors and family members.
But a year later, Amy investigated and uncovered that a big chunk of the money raised, $1.9 million, went not to the victims, but to 29 different nonprofits.
9 of the 29 are for immigrants only, nonprofits that serve the immigrant community in Lewiston, Auburn-Lewiston area.
Groups like Empowered Immigrant Women Unite, Generation Noor, New Mainers Public Health Initiative, the Somali Bantu Community Association, and Gateway Community Services, which has been accused of misusing taxpayer funds and, after our reporting, was visited by Homeland Security. Gateway's executive director was on the fund's steering committee, and they received $65,000 from the fund.
It's unconscionable. I don't understand how you could look at this group of people and tell them that 100% of the money is going to them while you know you're raising money for nonprofits in that same fund.
A lot of them are local nonprofits. Somali community in particular got a whole lot of money, and I don't know why.
Former Governor Paul LePage is demanding a complete audit and monies that went to the organizations be paid back. Jennifer, who received only $32,000, struggled to pay for her surgeries.
It didn't really hit me and really upset me until I was in a position with a $93,000 hospital bill that I couldn't cover.
Gateway Community Services.
Right.
They received a lot more money than you did.
It does kind of re-victimize, you know, where it just doesn't feel fair, doesn't feel right.
What do you think happened here?
They raised money for nonprofits on the backs of 18 people who were murdered, 13 people who were shot, and 136 people who escaped their attempted murder.
The Maine Community Foundation declined our request for an interview, but says they were clear from the outset that there were two different funds. And their, quote, communication to the recipients of the Victims and Families Fund regarding contributions referred to that fund only.
I'm furious, I'm steaming. Nobody knew. Nobody knew that the funds were going to be spread to nonprofits.
People got on that website because they were responding to people being shot, not because they were responding to a community that has nonprofits with needs.
There's a lot of people in the broader community that are outraged because they're like, no, we sent our money to the victims. Where did it go?
Major difference is in Minnesota, they're stealing from the taxpayers. In Maine, they're stealing from the taxpayers and victims of a massacre.
Amy Sussman says she has reached out to Maine Governor Janet Mills 14 times, and she has not yet heard from Governor Janet Mills. She says she's also working with an organization, Victims First, to try and advance legislation on a national level so that nonprofits cannot profit from shootings. Elizabeth?
Yeah, it seems like a rather obvious thing to say. Nonprofits shouldn't be profiting from a mass shooting. Rich McHugh, as always, fantastic reporting. Great job up there. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.